What's up, everybody? It's day 2 of NoFap. The time is 10:43 p.m. Man, I need to go to sleep. I need to make these videos earlier so that I can actually have some time to go to sleep. But I also need to invest in a lot of things. Like, I think a lavalier would help. It would help a lot with these videos, because if I had like a dedicated mic, you wouldn't be hearing my freaking AC going off. Because I came back and it was like 80 something degrees in my apartment. So it's getting hot down here in LA. It's really hot. But I digress. Anyway, today was pretty good. Today was pretty good. I for my business, I launched a couple of new ads and then didn't do so well. I'll say that much. Didn't do so well, but that's the game. I had an audition this morning, and it was actually quite interesting because this is the first time I had to get it was like an old lady. It was like the whole thing was. I can't talk about it too much. I'll say this, but it was the first time I got kissed by an old lady on the cheek. She was pretending to be my mom. So yeah, it was strange. It was strange. It was the first time that happened. I mean, I'm cool with it. It's just like an interesting experience. Like, that was not even my grandma kisses me on the cheek, you know? Not even my mom. I'm Asian, so we're not usually that affectionate. So it's interesting. It's interesting, both on a personal perspective and an artistic perspective. But anyway, that audition went pretty decent, I would say. It didn't go the best. It was pretty decent. But came back home and, yeah, it kind of just... What did I do? I blanking on the whole day. Chill. I did a little bit of relaxing. I did a ton of research. I did a lot of research. Like, now I've done business. I've focused on my business for 3 years, and there's still so much I don't know about business, especially like modern advertising. Like, there's obviously advertising principles that are timeless, but modern advertising is like a whole different set of skills. So yeah, I'm still learning about a whole lot of that stuff. But other than that, yeah, right now it's just still going through the testing phase with my business, but also just educating myself on a ton of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun trying to figure it out. And the reason why I haven't quit in 3 years of running my business, I have not quit yet, is because I know no matter how many times I fail, if I succeed once, if I win one time, I'm rich. Like, that's all it takes. It feels like gambling, except you're not actually leaving it up to chance. You just need to know stuff, right? You need to know how to do it, and then you need to know how to execute, right? And that's where I'm at, you know? I'm still testing stuff. I'm still figuring out what's going to work and what's not. And it's just trial and error. There's some things I know that does work, but I can't scale it. And then there's some things that I know doesn't work at all, you know, right from the get-go. So there's some things I can put out and I'll just be like, okay, well, I'm breaking even for the rest of my life, which means I'm not getting any money, which means I might as well not even run the business in the first place, because it's just a waste of time. And then there's like trying to figure out how to actually profit, what actually gets eyes on this product, what actually gets people to buy stuff, right? So it's an interesting, it's a mix of human psychology, media marketing, it's so many things all mashed together. And I can see why businesses need a huge team or at least a pretty decent sized team to figure it out. But it's also good that starting out, especially as the person starting this business, it's really good starting out that I know everything, right? Because if I'm just going to hire somebody and I don't even know what his job is, he can do the worst job and I'll have no idea. And he could tell me, oh, don't worry, this is normal. And I'll think it's normal, right? So it's better for me to figure all of this stuff out now so that when I eventually get, rich enough to hire people to keep this whole business thing alive, then I can know, like, hey, I could do a better job at this than you. Why the heck am I hiring you? You're fired. Or I could be like, you're doing way better than I am at this, so keep doing what you're doing, So it's good to have all of that. So right now I'm in that phase of continuing to learn, but also continuing to test. I don't want to just stay learning forever. I want to actually see what works, try something that'll work, and see what works. Because you can learn about fishing, but it doesn't matter until you throw the line out, right? But anyway, that's all I did today. That kept me occupied quite well until I had a party. I had a party tonight with my OCIA group. We got together at somebody's house. It was a ton of good food. I ate more than I've eaten in a long time. So I'm going to go extra hard at the gym tomorrow. But tonight I ate a ton. I'm very tired from it, so I got a feeling I'm going to get a good night's sleep. As for NoFap, it went easy. And it usually happens around this time where it is easy, like day 1, day 2. That's usually the time. I what I'm worried about is the 4th day. Day 3 can sometimes be awful, but for me, because I'm not going to say this is for everybody. Some people struggle after a week. Some people struggle after 1 day. For me, it's day 4. Day 4 is danger zone for me. Day 4 is where I really have to watch out, and be extra on my guard. So that's day 4. But yeah, just had a nice fun party. Got to talk to everybody. That was basically the end of our OCIA program. So yeah, it was a really good group of people. Really good group of people. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I did today, and it was a good day. Really good day. I want to talk a little bit more about spiritually. Today I kind of laid it all out because I don't know if I should say this. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to tell you my age. But tomorrow is my birthday. I'm not going to tell you my age. Tomorrow's my birthday. And I was thinking about how old I was. And thinking, wow, I don't have a wife. I don't have children. I don't have a legacy to pass on. And it got me praying. It's like, hey, I know, talking to God, saying, I know this is all in your timing. I know this is all, I'm doing business. I'm doing acting. I'm doing, Muay Thai. I'm doing a lot. I don't have a wife. I don't have any kids. I don't have money in my bank. It's easy to feel like a loser. It's easy to feel like a failure. Even though I'm not successful in my business yet, I know I'm doing the right things. Even though I'm not successful in acting yet, I know I'm, at least I'm still out there, and I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's a rough world. And it's made me realize, this is all in God's timing. Some people, and there's still a lot of growing that I need to do, some things I need to put away that are probably quite childish, I need to grow up. And that doesn't mean I can't enjoy my hobbies from time to time, but it does mean I do want to move forward in life, and to move forward in life, I'm going to have to give some stuff up. And some of that stuff is, playing video games. It's not, I don't think it's bad to play once in a while, but I really need to stop using it as a pastime. And over time I've gotten better at that, but I just think about the man that I want to be and the man I want to become, but it's I don't see video games as a part of that. I see it. The only time I see video games is like when I have guy time, right? When I'm playing video games with my friends. But other than that, I don't think I should do it anymore as a hobby. Because there's so many things. There's other hobbies that I do enjoy. I enjoy Muay Thai. I enjoy, and I also do want to compete in it eventually. Like to try it. I do want to try competing once. Not as a career, but I do want to test myself. I do want to constantly test my limits. And what better way to test your limits than against another human being, you know? I do want to write more. I do want to read more. I do want to figure out this business thing. You know, like this business thing is like, not only is it trying to make money and in trying to help people, but it's also like it's like a puzzle for me to solve. It's like human psychology and how to get people to buy things, especially like a specific thing. It's fascinating. It is really fascinating. And if I can figure it out, I get money for it. If I can figure out how to make people buy something. And I don't mean this in like a manipulative way. I mean like how can I, because the way I see it is like these, if I believe in a product can help people, if I believe that a product can tangibly make somebody's life better, then I would be a little bit irresponsible not to try and do that, right? I think it's a good thing. I think business is a good thing. It's not, manipulative. It's, hey, by the way, it's like presenting something to somebody and saying, hey, this can improve your life. And I want you to use this to improve your life. Of course, you got to pay me for my labor and you got to pay me for all of that stuff. But this can improve your life, right? That's the best of what business can do. And obviously there's sleazy business practices. I've seen plenty of it. And there are things that I will refuse to touch. But business isn't all bad. But I don't know how I got into that topic. But yeah, I was thinking about it and I was just saying like, man, I really do need to surrender all of these expectations to God. Like I really need to trust God's timing, because it doesn't mean I can't lament. It doesn't mean I can't talk to God and say, hey, well, you just heard it, but I'm going to say I'm in my 30s and I'm not where I wish I was. It's disappointing, but at the same time, I know that if I trust God with it, God can repay the time that's been lost, right? There's a verse, I think it's in Joel, where there's a verse in Joel, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Yeah, Joel chapter 2. Joel chapter 2. It's in the later verses. And I will be reading. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So Joel chapter 2, starting at verse 24. The threshing floor shall be full of grain, and vats shall overflow with wine and oil. I will restore to you the years which the swarming locust has eaten, the hopper, the destroyer, and the cutter, my great army, which I send among you. You shall eat in the plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never again be put to shame. So basically what that says, the context of it is God will basically repay the lost time to his people. And if he can do that for them, he can do that for me. And he can do that for other people struggling with that, feeling like they've lost time, you know? And I feel like I've, you know, when I think about it, I feel like I've lost time playing video games, not focusing on bettering myself in other ways other than NoFap, like all of that. And not having a wife and not having as many, like, I want to have a lot of kids. I want to have, like, people, there's not a lot of people that believe this nowadays, so you might be taken aback, but I want to have as many children as possible. 5 minimum, ideally 10. And if me and my wife are like, let's go 15, I'll be like, yeah, absolutely. Let's go for 20. Let's go for 25. Let's build an army, right? If it, like, that's what I want. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a big desire of mine, and to do that, I gotta have money, and I'm very, very far away from that. When I think about the desires of my heart, there's nothing I want more, and yet it's so far away. It feels like, especially right now. And I'm in my 30s, and I look at that, and I look at what I want, and I see where I am now, and it's just like, I'm not even close to touching that. I don't have a girlfriend. I haven't gone on a date in years. I'm broke. I'm broke. But I know that if God can restore the time that's been lost by, you know, for all those people in Israel all those years ago, he could do the same for me. And even if he doesn't, right? Even if I don't get all those desires, right? It's just trusting that God has something better in store. So, yeah, been praying about that and wrestling with that. I've wrestled with that for a while, but I've been praying to just surrender to God's will and be open to what he has planned for me. Maybe it's not 10 kids. Maybe it's not even 5 kids. Maybe it's not even 2 kids. Maybe it's no kids at all. Maybe I'm not going to be never going to be married. Who knows? It's possible. But it's finding peace not in those things, not putting my hopes in those things, but finding peace in God. So, anyway. Yeah, just wanted to share that. Let's go to your comments, because this video is already getting super long. Let's go to your comments. Mike, best advice I ever gotten about the extinction of my masturbation was, if not now, when? That made me realize how much I wanted to end it since I discovered fapping at age 12. Wow. Dude, I know exactly what you mean, because I discovered it at age 11. It was a super young age for both of us, but I discovered it at age 11. I didn't want to live my life without ever experiencing freedom from the habit. Yeah. I'd already dabbled with enough streaks to know their power, but I hadn't yet found the courage to commit for the long term. I knew that it was past time for me to decide which I loved more, my unfapped self or fapping. Yeah. Hey, that's good, man. That's really good. Yeah, I kind of want to ask this. This might be a little personal, so don't feel free not to ask. Like this, I don't mean just Mike. I mean for everybody in the comment, for everybody watching. Leave a comment. I'm curious to know, what age did you start doing all of this? Right? For me, I was 11, and I was like, I discovered it just being online, trying to play RuneScape, right? But yeah, that's when I discovered it, and man, it's been rough. I'm in my 30s now. Like it's been a long time. It's been a long time since that I've been struggling with all of this stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to know. It's kind of difficult knowing that I've been struggling this for more than half my life. So I do really want to kick this thing. So that's why I'm doing these videos. But yeah, man, that's a good piece of advice. It's like, when are you going to become the person you were meant to be? You know? Don't you want to see that version of yourself? Don't you want to see that version that's full of life, full of energy, ready to take on the world, ready to live, ready to stop surviving and ready to live the life you're supposed to, live the life there that you were meant to live. So yeah, that's a good piece of advice. That's a good piece of advice. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, but anyway, that's all the comments that I see. But for everybody else in the comments, for this day, I want to know what age, what age you started. Not NoFap, but what age did you start? Like, what age did you discover, pornography and all of that stuff? Because it's crazy how easy it is to be exposed to it, how easily accessible it is. And even back then, like, I was 11 years old when it was like just out there. 11 years old, and I'm in my 30s, so give or take 20 years ago. I'm not going to give you my full age, and it's also my birthday tomorrow, and I'm not giving you my full age, but give or take 20 years ago, it was still easily accessible. In fact, it's worse now. Trust me, it's way worse now, but still, back then, still easily accessible. And there were less rules on the internet too. So yeah, that's crazy. So I want to know what age you guys discovered all of that stuff. It's awful, man. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on my birthday, because this weekend I'm going to be super busy. I've got so many things. I got so many events. But tomorrow, funnily enough, on my birthday, I'm completely free. Like, I had my potluck dinner tonight, and then tomorrow is my birthday, and then I hopefully nobody's planned anything for me, and I could just spend my birthday doing nothing. I really don't want to do anything for my birthday, because the next day I've got a freaking dinner, and then after dinner I'm going dancing with my friends, and then after the dancing with my friends I'm going to be having food with them, and probably staying up with them super late into the night. And then I think on Saturday I'm also doing something. It's like, dude, I've got such a busy weekend, dude. There's no point in adding an extra day to celebrate my birthday when the rest of my weekend is already super eventful. So don't need to celebrate my birthday, okay? After 21, I'm good. I don't need to celebrate my birthday anymore. Ideally, I'd be celebrating my children's birthday and giving kisses to my wife on her birthday. But I'm not married and I don't have any children. So don't need to celebrate my birthday. I'm good. Trust me, I'm fine. I'm okay with it. So yeah. I'm gonna be so freaking tired. I'm gonna get as much sleep as I can, but uploading this video is probably gonna take a while. So either way, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys are doing well with your NoFap journeys. Yeah, peace.